My smoke detectors are old and outdated and need to be changed out. You're supposed to change them out every 10 years, and it's been a lot longer than that for me. So I'm going to change them out today, and I'll show you how to do it. Now, my smoke detectors are hardwired and have a battery backup. They are also linked to each other, so if one goes off, they're all supposed to go off. Kidde was the brand that was installed in my house, but I'm switching over to First Alert, mainly because of price. I shopped around and I can save about $40 going with the First Alert. And I got these off of Amazon. I got a 6-pack for around $100, and I'll put that link in the video description down below. But if you want to buy them locally, you can get the Kidde at Home Depot and the First Alert at Lowe's. I'm going to have to rewire these because they have a different plug. They're both 3 prongs, obviously, but this one is in line, and the Kidde is a triangular shape. The red wire is the tracer wire between all the units. The black wire is the hot wire, and the white wire is the neutral. Even if you stay with a Kidde or a First Alert, over time they change the configuration of the plugs. You can get adapters for them, so you don't have to rewire, which isn't a big deal. But even if you stay with the same unit, you might have to change the plug. And those adapters that you can get run around $5 a piece. And you can see I have some high vaulted ceilings, which can make it quite challenging even to change the battery. And it'll be nice to change these out because, as you can see, they discolor over time. The first thing you want to do is make sure you turn off the breaker to all your smoke detectors. Now, my panel is not labeled for smoke detector breakers, so I'm going to have to figure out which one it is. Obviously, it's not going to be one of these 220 or 240 breakers, but it's going to be one of the 120 or 110 breakers, and probably with lighting. So I'm going to one of my smoke detectors here in the basement, and to remove this one you twist clockwise to remove it, pull it down, and there's our wires. Now I've got a non-contact AC voltage tester. This is just a cheap one from Harbor Freight. I think it was $5. You can get them on sale when they have them on sale for really cheap. But you just push it, and the black wire is obviously the hot wire. And so we've got power there right now. I need to go over to the breaker and turn off breakers to try to figure out which one it is. Now I'm going to focus on my 15 amp breakers. So I've got a 20, 20. These are all 15s. This one up at the top is not labeled. I have no idea what that is. So let's start off with that, and that's a 15 amp breaker. That's not it. I'm just going to go down through the 15 amp breakers, and I kind of focus on hall lights or bedroom lights, that sort of thing, till we find out which one it is. I'll flip this breaker back on, and I'm going to go down. Here's my next 15 amp breaker, and it says on the panel, Master Bed Bath, number 24. And I'll switch that off. Oh! And I heard one of the smoke detectors chirp. So that might be it. And we'll check for power again. Oh, we got nothing. So that's it. Now we can go and start changing out smoke detectors. Now this First Alert smoke detector has a battery, and it's on the outside. You just pull this little lever, releases that, open it up, and there's your 9-volt battery. And that plastic strip that's on there, you don't even have to open it. After you install it, you just pull that plastic strip out, and your battery's contacted. Also, you turn this counterclockwise to release it. There's locking tabs if you're concerned about somebody messing with it, kids or something, that you can install. I won't need those. And then on the back of this is the manufacturing date, February 2026. You're supposed to change these out every 10 years. And we'll put a new base up because that base isn't going to work from the Kidde with the first alert. They're different. And there's locking tabs here too. If you're concerned, you can just push those out. And after you put this in, you can put the locking tab in to lock it in place. The thing I don't like about the Kidde, which I've had, you have to take this unit off and open up the back to get the battery out. And I've got a couple high ceilings, and that's a lot of messing around for me. It'll be nice just to climb up on the ladder, pop this open, pop the battery out, and pop a new one in. And here's our wiring harness. Here's our tracer wire that connects all the units together, our hot wire, and the neutral. Let's go ahead and install it. All right, first we'll take this one down, the old yellow one, old yeller, and you just twist it counterclockwise. Well, these go clockwise. You just turn this clockwise, and there's an arrow on here that tells you on, off. Pull it down. Now we're going to check for power. Make sure we are all clear. And we're good. So I can unplug this. And I need to take this plate off. There's 2 Phillips head screws. And there's an outlet box at each one of these. And you just take your Phillips screwdriver, loosen that. And it's just a twist. And we can take that out, depending upon what kind of screws they used. And I'm going to change this first, and then I'll put the new plate up. So, it's real simple. Red goes to red. And if you don't have a tracer wire like this, just leave this cap on here and just use the black and white wire. And all that means is that when one smoke alarm goes off, if you're not using the red wire, that's the only smoke detector that's going to go off. They're not all tied together. If you use the red tracer wire, and there is one, that ties all the smoke detectors together, so if one goes off, they all go off. And I'm going to take my wire stripper and strip off the cap. And I twist it until they're twisting together up here. And then give a pull on it. Make sure it's all tied together well. So we're good. Now I'll do the white wire. And even though the power's off, you just want to be careful working with electricity. So I keep the white and black apart and don't touch both at the same time. And if you're not comfortable with this, be sure to hire an electrician. Or a handyman can probably do a job like this. Again, give a tug on there. We're good. Alright, now we can tuck these wires back up in here. And we'll get our new base plate. Just slide it in like the other one. Turn it clockwise and tighten it down. And not too tight, it's just plastic. I can see it flexing a little bit and I don't want to. That's good and solid. And these are light, so it doesn't need to handle a lot of weight. And now I can grab the smoke detector and you just plug it in, bring it up, set it in, and you want to work with clean hands. Your ceiling's probably white or a light color, and you don't want to get fingerprints all over that or your smoke detector. And we'll just pull the tab out. That's it. You heard it chirp? That's just the battery working. And like I said, even if you don't have power, you can use these just on battery and test it. And you can hear it setting off the other ones that are still installed. Now I'll do the other 5, and we'll put the power back on and test it out. Oh, that's not good. And that's why you test each one. They're on different circuits, but all tied together with that red wire. So I need to turn off the bedroom for each one. I guess that's the way they tied them together. Eee doggy. I went ahead and turned off the other bedroom. I turned off the family room. Those are both 15 amp. And let me check again and see if that cut off our power here. Yep, we got it. Make sure to check that. Test it. You can also test it with the voltmeter, multimeter, and always work with electricity like it's live anyways. Good. Now, one thing I want to tell you, if you've got a smoke detector installed and it's chirping, the first thing you want to check is the battery. Make sure the battery's good. If you check the battery and that doesn't stop the chirping, you can take some compressed air and blow around in here, and sometimes some dust gets in there and causes that to chirp. And the third thing you can do with the battery out, take the battery out, push the test button and hold it for 30 seconds, and then let it off and let it sit. And there could be a capacitor in there that's holding power, and you'll drain the power out of that, and that might fix it. If it doesn't, you'll have to replace the unit. To replace one of these, I don't know if you can see, there's a nub sticking out here in the plastic, and that locks in to this tab right here. So if that's installed, you need to take a flathead screwdriver and gently pry that tab back, and then you can pull this out. And if you got the Kidde, the way they do theirs is it's plugged in, the 3 prongs, and they have tabs that you push in the side to get it out. These are easier. Probably less secure though, because those tabs break. This one quit working, and I see why. Got a busted wire here. And we'll go ahead and turn the power back on. And we'll go upstairs and give it a test. Oh yeah, she's working good. I hope this video was a help to you. If it was, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing, and I look forward to helping you with other projects online.